Yeah, he's like patting his back.
I am. I'm patting myself on the back here for this.
Oh, and so is Keanu.
Actually,
how
it looks like
cute.
he's saying, "Aren't I beautiful?" That says, "Aren't I
okay.
beautiful?" That pose.
He
right
is
there.
a beautiful man.
Before we get started, we watched a movie called Knock Knock with Keanu Reeves. It is the most uncomfortable viewing experience I've ever had in my entire life. If you want to watch something really uncomfortable, go watch Knock Knock with Keanu Reeves and
It's
Anna
$4 for rent on YouTube.
It's the creepiest movie you'll ever see, and it only works because Keanu is such a good guy, Greg, that you could actually imagine him. I'm not even gonna spoil it for you guys. You're gonna love it. Just go rent Knock Knock and then thank me later, or punch me in the face. One of the two. You might not like it, but
You can punch my face and make my teeth finally straight.
if you like really bad movies, you will get a huge kick out of
I love it.
Knock Knock.
I love it how I just endorse violence towards me.
No violence. Do not hit Miracle, please. We don't.
But
want you
I
to hit
need
Miracle.
straight teeth.
We don't want anybody to hit Miracle. We do not we do not encourage violence of any sort. So this says, The Matrix 4 theory. Smith is resurrected because of Neo. The Matrix made it clear that Neo and Smith are one and the same, equal and opposite. Perhaps one cannot return without the other following. And this article is from Screen Rant. It says, The Matrix Resurrections has effectively confirmed an Agent Smith return theory. That's because there was a trailer recently. That new trailer showed us new Agent Smith stuff. So it says, suggesting that the revival of the character may be inextricably tied to Neo. As the infamous villain of the original Matrix trilogy, Smith first worked on behalf of the machines, becoming Neo's arch nemesis in the process, with the two finding themselves inextricably intertwined in the fate of the Matrix, and by extension, all of humanity. Given his status in the saga, and despite Hugo Weaving's inability to reprise the role himself, it's only fitting that The Matrix 4 will see some form of Agent Smith return and the continuation of his character, in the continuation of his relationship with the One. The Matrix trilogy explores several thought-provoking themes, but the one most deeply interwoven is that of duality. Human or machine, red pill or blue pill, love or duty, fate or free will. Every major concept and idea presented in The Matrix is about duality of some kind. But by the end of The Matrix Reloaded, the lines become blurred, and it's revealed that the duality of human and machine isn't as clear-cut as it once appeared. In the movie's climactic moments, Neo is shown to be able to exert his influence on the machines, even when outside the Matrix, while Agent Smith enters the real world, copying his artificial consciousness into a human body. Mm-hmm. I do remember reading someone saying that they felt that Neo being able to exert his influence on the machines outside of the Matrix was kind of like a plot hole filler. Like some people felt that it didn't really, like it was filling in gaps, like that maybe they didn't mean to do that, but it just kind of happened.
Well, wait, so like his super ability to control the Matrix was working
outside
in the real
of the
world?
Matrix, yeah.
Wouldn't that imply that they were still in a Matrix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because if I was making a Matrix, I would make it redundant so that if you escape, you're still in my Matrix.
Yep.
Yeah, but apparently this movie, like this version, he's trying to rewrite it. Like slowly it's rewriting, like how we were talking about last episode, like how the color scheme is different. Because slowly
it's mixing the orange and the blue tones together.
Mm-hmm. Because like Neo himself is like slowly rewriting it. And I like the theory that the Matrix is talking about simulation theory that we have in real life.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which is kind of weird because like, if you think about it, aren't we technically in the Matrix?
Well, I was making a video game for a very long time for this company, and for myself, I was making a different one, and I realized like you kind of get a view into like simulation theory because I'm kind of a god of the game I'm making, the game world. I don't know. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, because you don't.
And it all applies.
Basically, you create life just programming,
and they have no idea I exist.
Mm-hmm.
I read
and I get super angry when they don't worship me.
No, that's a lot about...
God like Chris is very scary.
Yeah.
Very scary.
He reminds me of Chuck from Supernatural.
Hey.
So Chuck is from Supernatural is actually God. He just calls himself Chuck. So
who plays him?
I forgot what the actor.
That wasn't the one played by. No, I'm sorry. That wasn't the one played by. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep on because I won't be able to. It's so bad because I'm like the king of like useless Hollywood trivia when we're not recording. But then when we're recording, it never comes to me in the moment.
His name is Robert Benedict.
Okay.
Okay.
So one thing that I read recently was that some people believe that simulation theory is religion for atheists. They see it as a form of religion for atheists, which is an interesting concept that they could go into in this.
But also, like, to prove simulation theory is real, some people say take ayahuasca, and it kind of helps you think about simulation theory because, like,
but it's also just a dream.
It's ayahuasca is a hallucinogenic drug. It's also a drink that you can take. But the side effect with ayahuasca, when you take it, it basically makes you die,
vomit
and die for a couple of hours.
No,
But
you don't die.
You don't die. You can't die for a couple of hours
Your
and
ego
come back.
dies. I think that's what you mean. Your ego dies?
well, your mentality dies for a bit. You become like a whole new person. That's why they advise you to take it when you're like over the age of 25, when you're fully and mentally developed.
We do not advocate the consumption of any drugs of
Sorry,
any sort.
I'm
in
the
this.
Ian of the show now.
There is no Ian on this show, and we.
I'm the Ian of the show now.
So
But-
we got to be very careful with that.
I know, but the reason why I talk about it, because like everybody who takes ayahuasca, like they go to the same place.
No, they don't.
What?
Boom.
Everybody
Okay.
who dreams, it's like saying, because ayahuasca basically makes you have a lucid dream.
Yeah,
Like, to be honest, that's all it is.
yeah. So,
I did a school book report on lucid dreaming once in the 4th grade.
oh wow, you're
Yep.
smarter than me.
I still remember that because I was like I think I heard that in like a song and then decided to look it up, and that was like one of my earliest memories of actually being interested in something I was doing in school.
Lucid dreams are fun.
They're not fun when you have sleep paralysis like me.
Well, no, whatever.
Very scary.
It's scary because every time I wake up from sleep paralysis, my legs feel numb because it feels like I've been running.
Yeah.
And I want to say sleep paralysis is the most fun I've ever had. I love when I'm paralyzed when I wake up because you also hallucinate and see. It's always something terrifying, but it's the only time I can be that terrified.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
You don't get terrified on roller coasters?
no.
Oh, we
But I
should
mean,
take
like-
you to Six Flags.
Like, imagine, seeing a ghost face come out of the ceiling towards you while you're sleeping on a couch.
You
It's
get a
so
ghost.
fun.
Oh God.
It doesn't sound fun to me.
So Chris and I have definitions differently of fun.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I love it.
So let's
Get back to the story.
interesting. Yeah, because that's like I'm one of those people like I never would have done that type of stuff.
I feel like
hate-
Miracle is taunting me, trying to like ayahuasca and
Yeah.
sleep paralysis. She just wants me to like not stop talking.
Well, no, because I like your input about it because
Yeah.
we don't really talk about it. We talk about other things. We mainly talk about work.
Yep.
So I like your insight about other things outside of work.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
But yeah.
man, you will love it.
You're gonna love sleep paralysis, man.
But yeah, Chris kind of reminds me of Chuck because he likes to play with his characters and like put them in demise.
Very, very scary.
When he's angry, he's like, "You didn't do this right, chicken. Die."
That's not good.
Oh, in my game?
In
Yeah.
his game. So it says this. So we're going to continue with the article here. It says this pattern reveals that Neo and Smith are essentially two sides of the same coin, equal and opposite. It's still unclear how the story is going to unfold, but one Matrix Resurrections theory confirms that both Neo and Trinity have been brought back to life in some way. Given their connection, highlighted by Smith during his notorious The Matrix Reloaded soliloquy, it's therefore quite likely that it's impossible to resurrect Neo without also resurrecting Smith. I think that's pretty reasonable to assume. Beyond just the fact that they want to bring the characters back, that would be one that I think the explanation would make a good amount of sense. So it says, consequently, their bond could well continue to define the latest edition of the franchise nearly 2 decades after the supposedly climactic final battle. The climax that will never be allowed to exist because Hollywood needs to make money. That was editorializing on my part. They didn't say that in the article. that was
He's
me.
just summarizing.
That was
it.
just me. It says, during the first movie, Agent Smith was little more than a sophisticated piece of antivirus software, just one of many other programs in the Matrix, as Neo was one of the many other people Smith and other agents operated on a basic function to police the Matrix and eliminate any influences they considered harmful. It's a scene with Morpheus where Smith first betrays that he first betrays that he longs to escape from the Matrix. So he lets it know that he wants to get out of it. Notably, to reverse Neo's original state as a regular human, unaware he wasn't in the real world. Ironically, it's Neo who accidentally gives Agent Smith his freedom. When he decompiles Smith's program from the inside at the end of the Matrix, he severs Smith's connection to the machines, leaving Smith free to operate autonomously. Both effectively go through the same change as each other's hands. First effectively dying and then being figuratively reborn as something much more than they were once before. That's really interesting, and I think that could go. It would be a bummer if I'm assuming that his character won't get a brunt of the focus, because it would be a huge bummer to have that character brought back and not have it played by Hugo Weaving, because Hugo Weaving is that character to me. That voice is iconic, like Mr. Anderson. Like, you can't hear that any other way. They would almost have to dub it over with his. Maybe they got permission to like dub it over with his voice. I don't know. It
would be cool if they had permission to do that.
Well, they would have permission to do that, but I just don't know if they would do that with another actor. Like, I just don't think that would really work. I would rather they brought back Hugo Weaving to play the role again. Maybe they keep it a secret until the movie comes out, like their own like less important version of Spider-Man, pretending that we're not going to see other Spider-Mans in the new Spider-Man movie. So, I don't know. Are you more excited for this or Spider-Man? Spider-Man, of course. I'm getting more excited about The Matrix outside of sans the stuff about Trinity possibly being like the main character, which seems to be a thing in the new trailer.
Well, you have to remember the reason why I'm not that excited for The Matrix, because it literally came out the year I was born.
A lot of the stuff we're talking about is like from when you were younger, but it's stuff that Hollywood has to keep going back to because they don't have any new ideas and they won't put money behind new ideas.
Maybe we should just make Timcast Productions and just make our own movie, like how The Daily Wire is.
Or like how Always Sunny made their own Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
We could make our own Lethal Weapon. We could make our own Tomb Raider starring Miracle.
Oh, that'd be cool. Asian Laura Croft.
That'd be cool. Hey, that's very 2021 Hollywood.
All with practical effects.
Yeah.
We'll build our own tombs.
You know, like the remake of Tomb Raider, basically they had a Laura Croft boot camp. And they're teaching people who are invited to like how to fight like Laura Croft.
I saw the documentary on the amount of physical, like how much working out Alicia Vikander had to do for that role. It was insane.
Yeah, because like isn't Laura Croft like talented in gymnastics, hand-to-hand combat, and then like weaponry. Knowledge. I can't talk right now.
That movie was a big letdown too, because they wasted the guy who played Boyd Crowder from Justified, Walton Goggins, who's a fantastic bad guy and was just kind of wasted in that movie.
It's because everybody likes Angelina Jolie more.
Exactly. And Alicia Vikander's an extremely talented actress, but like I said, the only reason to go see Eternals was because
Angelina Jolie, she's a smoke show.
No, she has more charisma in her pinky finger than most people have in their entire bodies. She's very talented.
Okay. So. I was about to go like, where's the diss? I will defend.
No diss. No, that's not a diss at all. So I am excited for the new Matrix movie, but I am probably still more excited about Spider-Man. But we will see both, and maybe then when we're done, when we've seen both, we talk about which one we think actually did better.
Yeah, but this coming next Saturday, we're gonna watch it and review it. So.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. And the Matrix movie, we're also reviewing it. So look for that episode coming out.
Yep. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.